Yo, what's up, guys? So, have you ever been in a situation where somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, can you show me a trick?" And you get all flustered, you don't know what to do, you suddenly forget everything you've known about card magic, and you need just a quick show me a trick. Well, today in this video, I'm going to teach you just a quick, simple trick on the spot that you can do anytime, anywhere with any deck of cards. Let's get into it. I don't know why I always do that. Let's get into it. It's like, I don't know, it's weird, but it's a habit. Let's get into it. I get asked sometimes, how do I get good at card tricks? How do I practice card magic? And since you asked so kindly, I'll show you something I do whenever I practice to get better at card tricks, all right? So we can just find a card that we'll take out that'll be the card that needs to be found. And in fact, you can just name it if you want. So go ahead, the 8 of clubs there. Now what we'll do is, since it's the card that we need to find, I'll turn it face down so we can know what the card is, all right? So now you might be asking yourself, well, why did I turn it face down? That makes it easier to find. And you're right. So just to make it even more difficult, what we'll do is take up by half the deck and turn it face up and shuffle it with those face down cards. So now there's no way for me to know whether your card is, face up or face down in this sort of mess of cards. But there's an easy solution. I can take the deck behind my back, do something sneaky that I do when I practice, take one card out that I think might be your card. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think that's the card for the first time. What was the card you named? The 8 of clubs? Boom, there it is. Perfect every time. Now, what I told you in the beginning, what I do when I practice is not that. It's actually taking out all those face-up cards and turning them back face down behind my back. Alright, so this trick is actually very simple. It's almost self-working in a way. So what you need to do is, talk about things you do in your practice and how you get good at card tricks. Now, what you're going to do is a move that I first read in the Complete Walton Volume 1. It's called the Spread Half Pass. And I maybe read it wrong because I'm left-handed and, I try to follow the best I can right-handed instructions, and I'm left-handed, so things get kind of, mixed up sometimes. So this is what I interpret it as. Might not be what Roy Walton was actually teaching, but hey, this is actually a good move, all right? So what you're going to do, spread through the deck and have them name a card, or you can just do it yourself and turn it face down. Now what's going to happen next is you're going to seemingly turn the deck face down like this. What actually happens is that move I was talking about. So what you need to do is sort of like a Herman pass type situation. Take your index finger and just sort of extend it like this. At the same time, this is exposed view, turning these face down under them like this, just like that. So what you have now is the classic triumph position where the upper half of the deck is face up, lower half is face down, selection is face down on top of the face up cards. So one more time, you spread through the deck, maybe they can name a card, the 5 of hearts again. As you turn it face down, you will sort of just toss these under as you do that finger extending move, all right? So you want to make both actions simultaneous in one smooth motion, all right? So it's just as simple as doing that. And don't make this a big thing. I mean, of course, maybe that I flashed right there, but that's not important because turning the deck over is not an important action. So you can say something as you're doing that, or whatever to distract them. But if you want to make it completely invisible, just turn to where your hand is covering the deck. So they're looking at the back of your hand here, and then, turn the card over. And then what you want to do is sort of spread these like this. So you're sort of in a spread pass condition like this, to where you sort of move these up, and then you're doing that action because they can't see because the cards are hiding it, right? So you do that, and then you do the move, and nothing is to be seen unless you flash. One more time, fully exposed. So you're here, 2 of diamonds. Remember, sort of spread these up like this by moving your thumb up and your fingers back like this to make that sort of spread like this. That's going to hide everything. Do that finger extending move like this. Toss these under face down like that. And that is the spread half pass, or my interpretation of it, by Roy Walton. Now at this point, you say, look, you might be asking yourself, well, that card is easier to find now since it's upside down, and you might be right. So just to make it even more difficult, what I'll do is take up a half the deck. And the cool thing about here is that you can actually lift up where that natural break is because of, back-to-back cards and natural separation. So what you do, so I'll take up by half the deck, lift up at the break, and turn them face up, and we'll shuffle them face up into face down. So now I don't know whether your card is face up or face down, or where it even is. So you do this, just make sure you don't flash those cards, because all the cards are face up now except for their card, right? So you push them all the way in, and you say, look, There's no way for me to know where your card is or if it's face up or face down. Do a little convincer, but don't overdo it. But here's what I'll try. I'll try to take the cards behind my back and just turn the deck over so now their card is face up on bottom. See, look, I'll take the cards behind my back and try to find your card without even looking. And all I'm going to do is obviously take that bottom card off, turn it back around, face down, come back forward. So you're holding the face down selection with the face down deck. Say, what was the card you named? The 2 of diamonds? Every time. Now see, look, that wasn't the part I was talking about that I do when I practice. The real thing I do when I practice is taking the cards behind my back and taking all the face down cards and putting them back the right way.